We always promised ourselves we wouldn't break our #1 travel rule: never ride a motorcycle at night. But as we took the ferry from Bali to the island of Lombok, Indonesia, everything took hours longer than expected. And by the time we reached Lombok, it was pitch black. We still had to find a place to sleep, and what happened next was something we'll never forget.
After 8 years of traveling by motorcycle, 4 continents, and more than 125,000 miles beneath our tires, we faced just about every kind of road that you can imagine.
That's why we make hard and fast rules to keep us safe. But the truth is, even we sometimes have to break them. This is the reality of motorcycle travel. Plans go wrong, you take risks, and sometimes the road forces you to break your own rules.
Wow, I really don't like it.
And this time, we were not alone. We decided to travel to Lombok with our fellow motorcycle riding friend, Joel, and couldn't have been more excited for the adventures that were to come.
Hello, my friend.
But once we were faced with the reality of what this day would be, we began to wonder, what had we gotten ourselves and our friend into? Ride along with us and let's find out.
Hey everyone, nice to have you here. We are Tim
And Marissa, no tear.
I ride in the front,
And I'm in the rear.
we travel the world and we pack too much gear.
Oh, all the places we'll go.
through rain and through sleet and through mud and through snow.
Oh, all the things we'll see.
We've been to a country or two.
Or 3. Oh, all the fun we've had.
You have you along would make us real glad.
So give us a like and hit subscribe to join us along our epic ride. Good morning, everyone. We are here at Joel's lovely place once again, and today we are going to have an awesome adventure because we are going to a whole new island of Indonesia, Lombok, and we're going to be riding with Joel, which is so exciting. We're currently having some lovely breakfast from our favorite little place around here,
Harry's Cafe.
Ferry's Cafe. They deliver, and it's amazing. Tim's got some French toast.
Heck yeah, I do.
And I have a bowl, it's called Dragon Bowl. It's like a smoothie bowl with fruit and it's so wonderful and fresh. All the Balinese fruits. And then we're gonna get packed up and we're gonna go. So the ferry over from Bali to the island of Lombok is a lot longer than the ferry from Java to Bali. If you just look at the map, the ferry from Java to Bali is super, super short. It's like only a half hour. Even though waiting for it took a while, but this one could be several hours, and who knows how long it's gonna take to wait for it. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but every island of Indonesia, I feel like, has its own vibe, its own cultures, its own scenery, and I'm really excited to see what Lombok has. It's not as Hindu as Bali from what I've heard, so it's definitely going to be a completely different vibe, and we will see. So this was super awesome to be traveling with our friend Joel.
Indeed, he's very high energy.
Yes.
You know, Marissa's very positive, and you know, I'm positive too, but Joel is like a magnification of positive energy and happiness, and you know, so we're super excited to be riding alongside him.
Yeah, I mean, we came up with this idea to go to Lombok together, and we have been so excited to finally get off on the motorcycles and get to this whole new island of Indonesia. Getting ready to go?
Lombok.
Yes. We need gas in Dorco.
We need cash in this dork, yo.
Look at how little Joel is packing. We were saying he can't even be on our channel, too up and overloaded with us. Look at this. That's his stuff.
Can you put these on, my babe? My babe?
Yep, I can. Go off the mouse.
Okay, so I use these things for my bottled water and This is the most important thing. For my music. There you go.
Oh, so nice. I love it.
Phone here. Like quad lock. Boom. Now music, my phone.
Wow, that's
Good to
great.
go. And a little bit of room to fit.
Your actual luggage is smaller than your small tank bag. It's
Yeah, because I have
amazing.
all the electronics here.
Wow, that's so
Camera and
great.
stuff.
Look, you're all matching too.
All right.
Yeah.
Blacked out bike, all in black. Looks awesome. You're definitely the cool one out of us. We're cool though. We got many colors going on, a little clashing, but we're still cool, right? We don't have a speaker. But we got speakers that are JBL in our helmets. Carda. Okay, we're at the ticket office and we're to buy tickets. Hopefully the next ferry is soon. So it only costs for the motorcycle. It's $180,000 for the motorcycle, and that includes 1 passenger or 2 passengers. So basically, I don't even count. I just get on the ferry for free. I'm just luggage.
You're like it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know. That way? So it's kind of a rat race when you pull your motorcycle in. I'm sure everybody on the smaller bikes know exactly where they're going, but I got lost real quick. But with the help of Marissa and Joel, yeah, we made it out. We showed our tickets and we rode on to the ferry. All good?
Time to load up on the ferries. Or the ferry. The one ferry. Ferry is here. We're about to load up.
Terima kasih. So motorcycles, we're always parked in like the corner to get out of the way of the bigger cars, and so the ferry folk will point us over to little nooks.
The ferry folk.
The ferry folk. The fae. Yes, they come
The
into
unseelie
this.
court.
They come into this realm. Help people park motorcycles, and then they're back to their realm of rainbows. Me? They don't tie motorcycles down very well, and like we got a bunch of crap, so we always put like our helmets on and lock them on, and we just hope that it doesn't fall over and like do one of those Pee Wee Herman domino effect things. Where
Yes.
it's ding 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 ding.
Alright.
And our bike is very special.
Yes, special.
It's been welded a lot. Its center stand is.
It has standing issues.
It does.
We've
And-
had kickstand issues, center stand issues. At one point in time, it was unable to stand at all. We needed to have a welder come in and just put
Yeah.
something on it.
lay it against walls. It's like, there it is.
All right, it's hot, but motorcycle is a Bajaj Pulsar 220. We bought it in Indonesia, and it has, had an interesting time with us throughout our journeys across Java and Kalimantan and Bali. Lots of little breakdowns and whatnot. And we've named it Dorco because, well, it's a fitting name.
This is true. On our first ferry from Indonesia to Kalimantan, from Java to Kalimantan, we were offered a private room and we took that up. And so now we know to always ask for private rooms.
Oh well, there's a possibility of a cabin for like 250 more. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
And they are not luxurious by any means, but they have their own TVs and a little port window, AC that semi-works but not really.
Our shoes in there, just so everyone knows.
Thank you. Hey, brother, thank you.
Thank you.
And look at that.
It's super muggy in there. They're the quarters
It
of the crew, and so.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they just sell their spot.
Oh, that's
why
interesting.
it's all of their crap and food and stuff.
Oh,
But they
that
make a
is
couple extra bucks,
interesting.
and we get a little gross mat to lay our head on.
Take your shoes on. Stay a while, brother. Feel at home.
I should have my skirt instead of my hot suit pants in this case.
So both of us kind of get seasick sometimes, and it's not fun. It's like a 4-hour ferry. We did have our own little private room, but there wasn't a private bathroom, and no one likes feeling like crap for an extended amount of time. So I hunted down the little Dramamine. What are they?
Yeah.
Little seasickness pills.
Yeah, right there, yeah. How much?
The crew were super nice and wouldn't charge me for them, and I was very thankful.
How much?
No, thank you.
No?
Free.
Terima kasih. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aw.
I actually took them and passed out.
Yeah, it does make you sleepy, apparently.
Yeah, sleepy.
Yeah, I took half of one and it worked really well because it was very rocky, and I'm really glad that we had that Dramamine.
Yeah.
The ferry to Lombok. What a beautiful journey. You can see Bali behind me. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. And the waves are so calm and peaceful. It doesn't feel like that inside the boat though. It's pretty rocky. You can hear people throwing up. We took a bunch of Dramamine. I'm feeling much better, but I was feeling a little like, woo, for a moment. To Lombok.
It took about a couple hours.
It's supposed to be 4 hours, like we're here like 5 hours already.
Yeah. Supposed to be there at 7, and right now it is 7:35, and we still have a little bit more to
We
go.
have
But
our gate room.
this
It looks like a jail.
like those. The windows are so cool though.
Yeah.
Little photo windows.
But I'm not complaining because this is a nice little room all to ourselves, no
Yeah.
smoking.
We were taking a nap.
Yeah, we've got little bed things.
So on our way back, the first question when we get in is, Kevin?
Kevin. We're here. Well, at last we made it, but it was way behind schedule and it was super dark out.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, you too. All right. We're all just waiting to be able to disembark. We have been on a few Indonesian ferries up to this point. We bring this up only because sometimes you may see in the news that passenger ferries off of the coast of Indonesia have sunk before. It's very tragic, scary, and definitely makes us think about our future transportation between the chain of islands that make up Indonesia. We are not undermining how sad that situation was, and our deepest condolences go out to the friends and families of everyone who was on board those fateful nights. We just would like to express that we have always felt safe and treated with nothing but kindness as we take local ferries from one island to the other in Indonesia. And as scary as the thought could be, please always pay attention to where the life vests are stored and where the emergency rafts are located. We love all our fellow travelers, from commuters, weekend warriors, to seasoned explorers far from their home on distant lands. We wish each and every one of you safe passage, and we hope that you continue to travel the world with wide smiles.
We hate riding at night, but we weren't going to sleep on the ferry.
Yeah.
So we walked down to where Dorco was parked, and against all odds, she was still upright.
I know.
Always happy to see that.
I don't know what magic they do on these ferries.
They're ferry people. Little pixie dust.
That must be it.
Dorco believes.
Yes,
This
Dorco
is true.
believes.
You good?
That's the vibrating. Terima kasih.
And speaking of new exciting islands, our Borneo motorcycle adventure for spring of 2026, there's only a couple spots left. We're super excited to have nearly a full crew so far. It's 100% a go-go. And yeah, we're going to see orangutans and all sorts of magical stuff. Here's a little sneak peek for everybody.
Looking for the ultimate adventure and escape? Join your two favorite YouTube content creators on a motorcycle adventure across Sabah, Borneo.
Where is Borneo? It's a faraway island full of orangutans, pygmy elephants, jungles, beaches, and twisty mountain roads through stunning natural beauty.
Adventure with us for 10 days, 9 nights, either solo on a motorcycle or 2 up with the love of your life, and create memories that will last a lifetime.
Our tour dates for the spring of 2026 are now open. See our website for prices and details, and let's travel the world together.
So yeah, we got on the motorcycles and headed off into the night. It was pitch black. And we did not have any reservation for a hotel that night.
The reason why we don't like riding at night is because even on our old KTM 1190, like the headlight just doesn't I don't know, the headlight on that thing was
The headlight was amazing.
pretty nice. But on Dorco, that headlight is just, it doesn't do anything. It's like...
Yeah, it is like that.
Not even that much of a sight. And so we are just riding by smell and taste at this point. You know, Hoel's in the lead, so I can just follow his brake light. We stopped by a hotel because we really wanted just to get somewhere safely and call it a night.
Yeah.
And sadly, that hotel turned into be a no-tel, if you will. There was
nobody there.
Yeah.
Selamat malam. Oh, I mean, we were just showing up unannounced, no reservation, so I'm not surprised. You know, these are little homestays. They're basically people just rent out a room in their home, not really proper hotels. So that's the type of stuff that we like, but yeah, there was no one there, so it was a bust.
Yeah. So we got back on the motorcycle. We picked the next closest place to go, and yeah, we started riding into the night, half blind. So I'm following my little blue line on Google Maps, offline maps. It led us to this little small bridge with like a 2-foot wide metal, like sheet metal, that was the surface of it for the walking portion of it.
It was super sketchy.
It was super sketchy. And then after it, there was like, you know, the X bracing on the sides that just led down to the river below. So there wasn't even like really good spots to put your feet down for bracing.
I mean, this is where Google Maps led us. Like, this was the only way that we could see to the hotel. It was already so late. We didn't want to have to go really, really far to find another one. So we were just like, well, let's go.
Yeah, I asked Hoel, he said, yeah, let's go. And I made a poor choice, and I was the first warning to go ahead, just in complete darkness. And I was just like, you just can't see anything, and there's not enough room to have like a really nice wide stance to duck paddle the motorcycle across.
I didn't think about that. So could you even like put your foot down?
I mean, they were pretty parallel to the bike.
Oh my god!
And if I had the cojones, I would have just gassed it. And a lot of people here are like, oh, I've done stuff like that. Just gas it, do a wheelie.
No.
The end of it, launch into the air, go through a flaming loop.
Wow, I really don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. You're doing great though.
Well, I should just be able to gas it and go. I'm just scared.
Okay, take your time. Yeah. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
But
Oh my
it was
gosh.
scary in
No,
the
it was
moment.
super scary. I'm so glad you didn't do that. I mean, I thought, okay, maybe you should just duck paddle it. Like maybe you should just take it super, super slow and walk with the bike. But you're right, if you can't put your feet down, you have to stay upright. So you have to have some sort of speed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was metal, so it's super slippery. You know, there's just gaps on either side. You can see straight down. There's this rushing river below us.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
And then at the very end,
All right, but I'm gonna have to gas it to get out of it.
there's a little ramp to get back up to the main street. So at some point you have to gas it, and I did. We made it through, and I just exhaled. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath for as long as I was. But we got up without the bike just deteriorating below us, and we went down a small dark path to a closed gate.
All I could think of was this place better have somebody there, because if it doesn't, then we have to take that bridge back.
Terima kasih. All right.
was a gentleman at the gate of this next little homestay.
Yeah.
He was there. There was parking. There wasn't power or running water, but
Yeah.
that was, we didn't, as we said, do you have a bed? Does the bed still exist? He said yes. I said, well, then you have 3 customers tonight.
He normally did have power and running water, and the power did come on, but the running water didn't. So we did have to like go outside and use kind of the outhouse area, but that was fine. We were just so thankful to have some place to sleep for the night that was safe.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Hey, dude. We just want to thank you for everything.
I'm having a blast.
So glad that you pulled over to see what these 2 smelly people are up to. And yeah, brother, I hope that we are lifelong friends from here on out. And thanks again for everything, man.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. How do you say it in Espanol? Muchas gracias por todo. Oh.
Next time. Look how nice this is. We woke up to heaven. We wake up to a bright, beautiful day on Lombok, excited to explore the island.
Yeah, connect.
We ride to a beachside paradise for lunch.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man.
But there are a couple sketchy sections of construction that left deep potholes and loose dirt scattered across its surface. And this causes Joel to lose control and wipe out.
Oh no. Oh no, he fell down.
Oh, did he?
Yes. He has to go back.
Oh no.
But that will all be in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. Ding, ding. And if you've been enjoying our videos and would like to support our travels and our video making, you can through Patreon. You can find it in the link in the description below, and for as little as $5 a month, you get some exclusive benefits, including all of our videos ad-free, which is awesome, as well as a postcard sent to you from wherever we are in the world.
This is true, and I've been doing some little blog posts and such, but we'd love to have a little community there on Patreon. We try to respond as quickly to all of our friends there. We would love to have you along for the ride.
So thank you so much for watching, and we'll be seeing you next time.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
But the fact that we didn't have a proper working headlight, couldn't see anything. Joel was behind us, and his headlight actually worked, so he probably should have gone first, but he was illuminating just the sides of the bridge. So we just got those side panels there, but directly in front of us, it was dark.
Dorco's such a crappy bike. I don't know if people have started to realize this. It's been a while on this channel, and we usually like, oh, she's a good bike, she's taking us to amazing places. But man, there's some moments where it's like, I just wish I had a motorcycle that had like a headlight. That'd be super awesome.
And a kickstand, would be great
Like,
too.
you're gonna fall over, wow.